going to bed, I was like,
they've
this
not
is
even
it,
got their own
bye.
comms channel.
This is the last race of the day.
Broadcast.
Yeah, that's what I thought. This is
yeah,
the
this
last
is
one, right?
unless there's a tie for the wildcard spot. If the second place finisher in this race gets exactly 7:29, 7:81, we will do a sudden death race off between those two. But I think the probability of that is pretty low.
So anyway, enough talk. Let's fly.
All right.
Let's
Wow.
fly.
Are you ready, guys? Good luck
Let's do
to everyone.
I'm ready. I'm good to go.
Especially
Right,
you,
so we've got-
Peter. Good luck.
All right, we've got some great names in this one as well that I recognize. Tox
Okay, go on, who
Race,
do you
Harry,
recognize?
Dangerous Brian. My money, I think the money on this one is on Harry. I know he's part of that
You're
community as
jinxing
well.
them? You're jinxing
But we'll see.
Sonic Viz.
see.
All right,
Let's
good luck.
go.
Brilliant. Right, let's see how we do. Final race of the evening, folks. Let's make it a good one. If it can match that last race, I think it'll be pretty darn special. And again, final reminder on this one, just for the qualification purposes, you're just going to see one person's point of view, just going to see one of the camera operators' point of view just for the qualifying stage, and then we'll be able to see those final times, which determines where everybody starts for the race.
You guys,
we've got some fans in the chat. We've got some fans in the chat.
Got
I
Harry
wasn't
fans
sweating
there.
here. Like, whoop. Harry fence?
No.
Harry
No.
fans.
You know,
I'm just waiting for the banners, as I say. I'm waiting for, like, you know, the banners, the fangirls coming in and, you know, screaming names, asking for autographs and everything. I want the... If we're going to take Reno Air Race Series esports seriously, we've got to go the full 9 miles with it. We really do.
Yeah.
It's, technically 7.91 miles, really, isn't it?
Well, it varies. Interesting fact about the Reno Air races, depending on the plane class, the length of the track is different. So the shortest track is used by the biplane class. There's a middle distance track used by the T6s, and then the Jets and the Unlimited class use the track we're on today, which is the longest of the 3. So the Valley of Speed we talked about between pylons 5 and 6, that is only experienced by the Jets and T6s. Sorry, the Jets and the P51s, not the
Yeah.
T6s.
And the T6s, yeah. And here it is now. So this is what it looks like. So you can actually see on the screen now, this is the Valley of Speed area here. And you can see it's quite undulating. Like, the thing with the course that we've not really spoken about is the elevation changes. So obviously the rules stipulate 250 feet AGL is your maximum, but you know, that's just 250 feet AGL. So that changes depending on the terrain that you're flying over. So that's another thing that the pilots have to factor in throughout the race. It's not just a flat race course, and you can just kind of set your radio altimeter up and just kind of stick at that altitude, and you'll be fine with it. You've really got to watch out for things. So it's quite an interesting one. There's so many different factors that come into play here. But this is it. We're getting ready for it. We should be finishing qualifying hopefully soon. We've got, I don't know whether this is Tom or Peter who's coming up with
Peter
with this one. Peter's racing on this one. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful barrel roll. And we'll see what our qualifying times are. So Sonic taking the first place.
Wow,
What?
a dark horse
58.890. Harry in
ahead
second.
of Harry and Tox Race, who I
Yeah,
thought were
there
going
we
to be the top
go.
2.
They are the only 2 out of the racers who were sub 1 minute there. Everybody over 1 minute on that one. But we've got our qualifying spots in place, ready to go. The crowd are all lively. Look at them in their seats. They're raring to go for the final race.
Now, if you see on your screen, there's that pack of orange-clad spectators all in one section. They're all wearing orange T-shirts. That's a group from the real Reno Air races. They're called Section 3, and they've been meeting together at Reno since the early 1980s, and they come back every year. And they're the true, real, diehard Reno super fans.
Yeah. That's amazing. I'd love to go one year. I'm sure it'd be amazing.
Where will they be? Hey, this way.
Yeah, join in. Or they'll just think you're Dutch. That's the other potential with that one for sure. Okay, here we go then. So the race has started and we are into the drone mode. Everything is going, and look at it. Sonic, they qualified in first. They've not kept the lead within the first 20 seconds though. Harry, who was the favorite in the chat, shall we say, has already taken the lead on this one. 30 seconds into the race, they're just going to be coming around to that first pylon to start the first full lap shortly, and things are very, very, very close indeed. So we've got Non-Small John third, Tox Race in fourth at the moment, Dangerous Bree, is that in fifth, and
Dangerous
Dreamy
Brian
in sixth. Dangerous Brian, thank you, very good. I'm glad that you can correct me on that one. And here we go, the final race. Have we got any predictions in the chat? It's very close already. Sonic taking back the lead.
Wow. Well, there could be a competition for that wild card spot. Chile has got a tight time to beat, but the way Sonic and Harry are neck and neck here off the first lap, maybe both of them might qualify.
That's it. I mean, we've got to not count out non-small John. We've had various races, in the past today where somebody who finished in 4th place actually ended up finishing in 2nd because of pylon cuts and things. So, this is the thing, Sonic, Viz here and Harry going at it in the start. Look at John. He's just come out of nowhere and is right with them, kind of letting them battle it out, trying to stay out of their wake turbulence. And maybe it's going to be the key to him starting to creep in on these guys, and we'll see if he can keep up with them. It looks like it's going to be these three who are taking that initial early pack lead with things. John maybe taking a little bit more of an erratic line just from what I can see on the drone camera, but actually it looks pretty clean racing so far, pretty close between the two. Harry taking that lower line, that further inside line here. Sonic on the outside, and actually Sonic's dropped back there. He's taking that wider line as we go down the Valley of Speed, and he's actually come back from 1st place into 3rd. I don't know what's happened with his aircraft, but Harry and John now battling at it in those first 2 spots as we switch to see how the other 3 racers are doing.
Nice,
Dreamwave
Peter.
there,
Nice
just
job,
towards
Peter.
number 5. Look at that. That
was some great
That's
camera
probably
work.
the best shot we've seen so far.
Now
He
you
talks
tell
about
me.
how I'm just going on about Tom. That was the best transition we've had so far. That was beautiful from the
That's
lead.
great
Incredible.
second-class camera work.
That was
Well, we could
that
not have
was
scripted this
beautiful.
better. It seems to be, at least for now, anything can happen, but it seems to be the last 2 races are the 2 tightest, most competitive ones.
Absolutely. Look at that, CD. We blame your absolutely amazing coordination there with getting the race lobbies completely randomly set up. But it's close. I mean, it looks like Sonic and Harry are kind of starting to pull away from the pack a little bit, although John is actually there with them. So it's kind of, we've got 2 distinctive packs here. The first 3 races and the second 3 races, all in those distinctive packs. But this is way too close to call. We're 2 minutes 50 seconds into the race. And look at these 3. Sonic dropped back to 3rd the last time we were going through the Valley of Speed. Now back into 1st place again.
Wow.
Yep.
It's competitive. This is so competitive.
And this is what we want to see. Again, we've talked about it before, that wild card spot. I know they're all fighting for the lead. It is that guaranteed spot in the final, but whoever comes second, if they get that time anywhere close to Chili's, they could be coming in here with a wild card spot. And with the pace that we're seeing so far and how fast they're pulling away from the rest of the group here, it's looking like we could potentially see another sub 7-minute 30-second time on the clock here.
I will be amazed, and I won't be surprised, because apparently Harry is the fearless leader according to the chat that I'm reading right now of
Fearless
the RENO
leader.
Discord.
Fearless leader. Well, that's
Fearless
but
leader.
the thing is that with that is that if he's the fearless leader, and if he's also the one that a lot of people are betting on for this, there comes pressure with that, right? This is maybe the first time that all of these races have been shown on a live stream or something like that, shown in a public platform racing. So the pressure might get to them, and it's so close between them. All 3 of these people in this pack here have led the race at one point, and with only about 3.5 minutes left to go, it is most certainly all still to play for. One thing to also note, no pylon cuts so far by any of the pilots.
Yeah, nice clean racing. Sonic in the lead now. Harry and non-small John just fractions of a second behind.
It looks absolutely amazing, doesn't it? Look at how close they are. And the thing is that they've not let up from one another throughout all of this. They've stuck with each other throughout the entirety of the lap so far that we've seen. They're not giving each other any room to play with. Any small mistake here could be the defining factor between 1st place, 2nd place, potentially for the wild card, and that 3rd place spot, which is automatically finishing outside of qualification for the grand finals next week. Let's have a look through the Valley of Speed as we've got the other 3 racers coming through. There's a Tox race coming through now, a little bit solo. We've got then in 5th place Dreamwave coming through that Valley of Speed, as we say. And then last but not least, we've got Dangerous Brian also heading down, still just chilling at the back. I mean, the great thing for these 3 is that they've got great front row seats for those 3 who are out the front who are racing, right?
I'm just
Really
watching the
is.
leaderboard on the right-hand side of the screen, and it's
crazy.
Jostling for position between Harry, Sonic, and non-small
Yeah, look
John.
at that.
In
The
the
thing that-
last 30 seconds, each one of them has been in
my
first place at one point.
Look at it. It's constantly going back. And the thing is that this is today. Can you imagine what it's going to be like next week for the grand finals when we've got people who are all going to be of similar quality who are going to be doing this? It's going to be so darn
You're gonna be
close. I
sweating
cannot
through your
wait for it.
suit, Chewy.
Absolutely, yes, suit. Absolutely, that's good. That's what's going to happen. Yes, we'll see. We'll see. Sonic's been consistently good here, though. Sonic again dropped back to third a little bit earlier on, but seems to be in good stead for the most part. It's really interesting to see the lines that they're taking here, whether they're taking those slightly wider outsider lines. It looks like Harry's really smooth with their movement, constantly keeping that bank angle on throughout these corners. You'll see whether they level out here. You can see he's taking that slightly wider line here. Sonic keeping low and John trying to keep up with them. But I mean, this is just amazing. Look at how close all three of them are. It looks like John's basically directly on top of Harry there as they go through pylon number 7. And folks, this is it. This race has been so close that we are coming up to the final lap now. I don't really know how to call this one. I've got no idea how to call this one. This is it. Right, here we go. Play-by-play commentating for the final lap. Sonic taking the lead still, consistently being in the lead for most of this race. The chat's favorite of Harry in a very close second, and then John right on their tail, waiting for a mistake as they head down the Valley of Speed for the final time.
They are competing for a Tobii Eye Tracker 5. Whichever one of them secures first place is guaranteed to get a Tobii Eye Tracker 5.
There is hardware coming in for this one. There is hardware that is going to be decided within the next 30 seconds. Clock timer coming up to it now. We're going to see as they head round the penultimate few corners in this final race of this evening for the Reno Air Race Series. This is going to decide the final. Harry has taken the lead. He's the chat's favorite. He's in the lead at the moment, but Sonic right on his tail. John has done absolutely amazing to keep up with these two and put them through their paces throughout the entirety of the race. Here is the finish line. We're going to see who's going to finish in first. Sonic's actually taking the lead as we come to the final. It looks like he's going to get it. Harry's got it.
Harry's
got it. Me.
Sorry,
crossing over the line. Harry wins. Holy
my
moly.
gosh.
Wow.
I thought the last race was close.
That was amazing.
Oh
Now we have to see the
God.
time, though.
The
Did Sonic
win?
get that wild card spot, or is it going to be Chili? 7:29.781
Wow.
is the time to beat for the wild card.
If there is not a future for flight simulation esports right now, like
Then
I
don't
don't
want to
know,
be
like this has got to be the start of it because that was absolutely exhilarating. Congratulations to all the racers on a very, very, very clean race. And I believe that was the only race that we've had today without a single pylon cut. So really great race to finish us off with. Yeah, I'm going to say that was definitely the best race that we've had so far. I don't know how that beat the last race, but it certainly did. Shout out to John there. John kept up with Sonic and Harry throughout the entirety of that and did not quit whatsoever. Unfortunately, not going to be enough to put them through to the final, but they can hold their head up high as they race very, very, very well. And yeah, look at that shot. Lovely, lovely shot. Lovely shot.
Beautiful, Peter.
Well, we'll see their times here in a moment, but it's all luck of the draw. It's quite possible that non-small John, if he had been in a different heat, might have been the first place winner based on the time.
It's a...
Oh, it's 7:32s.
Uh-oh.
7:32s. I thought we were going to be sub 7:30s there. But there it is. Well, Sonic, I mean, look at that timing. Wait, the timings are exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's a tie. Look at it. It's a tie. 7:32,
oh my God.
140.
Oh, well, you know what we have to do then?
What do we have to do?
Oh my God, it's a dead heat.
We're going to sudden death overtime. One-on-one. Harry and Sonic are doing a one-on-one match race to determine who goes to the finals.
Okay.
Wow, we were talking about this earlier.
We didn't think that would happen, did we?
That wild card spot. Just to note, that means now, as far as I'm aware, that Chile has confirmed a wild card spot.
That is correct. Yep, Chile is guaranteed the wild card spot.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, there we go. So Chile has confirmed that wild card spot. Congratulations to Chile for doing so. This is for all the marbles, though, isn't it? This is for that final spot, and this is also, again, for the Tobii Eye Tracker.
Yeah.
Wow. That is unbelievable. Literally to the thousandth of a second. Exactly the same between them.
So, Peter, if you can set up that lobby with Harry and Sonic.
Or can we get both Tom and Peter?
Or both of you, yeah.
Maybe
Brian.
Tom can set it up too.
Brian, great racing. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much. Congratulations. You didn't hit any pylons. You had a clean race and great job. So thank you for taking part in the Reno Air Race Series. As you say, it is the taking part. And you can officially say that you were part of the race that couldn't be determined of a winner because it was exactly the same time by 1,000th of a second. So you can say that you were a part of that. I think Harry got it on lap time. Are we doing it on lap time to determine a winner, or are we going to do a dead heat?
Well, I know in the grand finals, we do cumulative total time across all 4 races.
Okay.
But that's next week. I'm not sure if we had a rule to determine the tiebreaker. Let me just check the official rules.
Have a look at the official rules. I mean, I think it would be... it's difficult to say either way, isn't it? What's the best way to go with this? You could say that it would be fair to go on lap timing, but I mean, when it comes down to 1,000th of a second, surely both pilots are worthy of another shot.
Well, for the entertainment factor, I think the sudden death match race is the best way to do it.
Absolutely.
But let's just make sure we're doing it properly according to the rules. I'm just looking for those now.
Absolutely
Which
crazy.
are now on sale.
Oh.
Hurry, Julie. I can't get mine though. Choose the stream.
Every event. I'm not jealous at all. Not jealous at all. Yeah. Oh gosh, we've got a Michael Massey Abu Dhabi Grand Prix situation going on here.
Yeah.
The ref's
It's fine.
looking
Blame
into it.
CD. He's the one. He's the one.
Yeah, I'm consulting the rules right now. I'll link it in chat so you can look yourself. I quick scan. I have not seen anything about lap time yet, but I'm going to keep looking.
This is where Control F comes in.
Where I turn up the music.
VAR check in progress.
I see it says, in the event of a tie, the winner will be determined by the fastest total cumulative finish time. Well,
that's in the grand finals.
That's for the finals.
That's in the grand finals. We didn't anticipate this would happen. So I think I'm gonna, as the race administrator, I'm gonna make a game time decision because it's more entertaining. We are going to do the sudden death match race 1-on-1 between Sonic and Harry.
I think we have to, don't we? I think we have to. I think it's only fair to give you guys some more entertainment, and especially when they were that close. I mean, the timings don't lie. And I think for the sake of the chat as well, I think you guys would like to see another race. Surely people would like to see another race instead of just deciding it on lap times. That's a lot more exciting, isn't it? A lot more exciting. Wow. Well, I mean, is it ever going to top that? I don't know how we're ever going to top that now on the Reno Air Race Series streams.
We might have a small problem. Because Sonic Fizz
has rage quit?
No, he said back to bed for me. Have a good one.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh.
Can you ping Sonic?
That's so funny.
I've done that more than once.
Quick, come back! Don't go to bed. Oh no, John! I hit the ground 2 seconds before the finish line. John, you certainly gave them a very well fought and hard race, though. You are on their tail, and right as part of the pack, and overtaking them throughout the entirety of it. So, congratulations on a great race. Very, very.
Well, if anyone in the community happens to have Sonic's number,
wake him up! It's 4 a.m. Who cares about it being 4 a.m.? Everybody wants to see another race.
I love
Apart from
that.
poor old
That's
CD, who I'm worried about
like,
at the moment.
That's Flight Sim. That's
that is Flight Sim in a nutshell, isn't it? You draw a race to 1,000th of a second, and then you go to bed instead of.
Now, can someone remind me what was the completion time for our top two? It was 7:32 something.
7:32.140.
I've got it right now. I've got Harry listed.
Yeah, I think in virtue of if